and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Tracey Brown, Tracey Brown. Tracey Brown Live. Tracey Brown Live. Tracey Brown. Tracey Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live.
My favorite symbol is the tree of everything. Good morning, everyone. How's everyone doing today? This will be a short live because it just has to be, because I'm way behind schedule. But had a really busy morning. How's everyone doing today? Hello, my Instagram peeps. How are you all doing today? What's going on? Hi, Lottie. Hi, Cassandra. Hi, Erin. Hi, Melissa. How are you? Hi, Slim. Hi, Deborah. Go to Tracey Brown Live. You guys are missing the, oh, maybe I could play. No, I don't know how that works. Doesn't really matter. You guys are missing the intro on YouTube, but I posted it. So look at the intro in my, on my page, Instagram. Good afternoon, Queen. Good afternoon to you, Queen. Or are you a princess? Maybe you're a princess right now. Good afternoon, princess. There can only be one queen. I'm taking an extra break. Oh, Melissa, I'm pretty sure you need it. So take it. Yes. Watch it on YouTube. Just the intro. It's really, really good. And it was done. If anybody wants anything done like that, it was done by Carol Power 10. Carol Power 10. I'm going to post her name in the description from now on. Really, Cassandra? I'm so sorry you're having allergies, but what are we still in April? Yeah, allergy season. Sorry, sweetie. Just get some allergy medicine. I cannot take over-the-counter allergy medicine because it gives me high blood pressure. I need prescription something. Well, Erin, do you have a family to take care of, sweetie? Erin, do you have a family to take care of? I want everyone to just take care of their families, okay? The cops in Minnesota are mad, and it is open season. No, you don't. Okay. All right. But I want everyone to take care of themselves, right? All over the world. I think prayer works amazingly well. For me personally, I like to call on CHANGO. That's for me personally. But I would invite you guys to influence the ability to call on CHANGO. Invite the power of African deities. That's how Haiti won the war. But Haiti won the war because we were willing to fight back. All right? Read the Bible and hear me, Erin. Hear me. Hear me. Listen first. Do not be afraid to call on your African deities. Pray to God. Pray to Jesus. and call on your African deities. We are in the era, 1, 2, 3, 4. We are in the era where we are allowed to believe in our African deities. So hear me when I talk. Everybody stop being heavy. You're missing it. When you're heavy, you succumb to the issues. So sadness is not what we need. A fighting spirit to stop the madness on killing Black folks is what's demanded. Not a heavy heart. Not fear, not a heavy heart. It's okay to get mad and pray to God in that way. Right? So I came up with a saying. So I just want you all to listen because I understand everyone is very upset. But it is open season. And they're sending a message to Minnesota residents that they will kill you. Fear is not allowed. Fear is not allowed. If one hurts, we all hurt. And so I'm not going to sit over here crying. I'm going to fight back, but I'm going to fight back my way. But I'm going to fight back. Understand you are authorized to not accept this behavior on your culture and your people any longer. Okay? Prayer works. So just everyone, woosah, just listen. Close your eyes if you can, if you're not driving. Just listen. Red Rover, I carry myrrh. Red Rover, bring Jesus on over. Red Rover, I call on my brother. Red Rover, bring CHANGO on over. Red Rover, where is my mother? Red Rover, bring YEMAYA on over. Red Rover, I need a cover. Red Rover, bring OLOKUN on over. Red Rover, where is my true lover? Red Rover, bring OSHUN on over. Red Rover, Red Rover, to God protect us. Are we good? Just listen to this over and over and over and over until you get in your spirit that you believe that this will stop. Okay? Everyone breathe. Just breathe. Just breathe. All right, guys, just breathe. So I wanted to show you something. Yesterday was a huge event. I've been talking about it for 2 months now. It was my Britney Spears event, and it was April 11th. But I also did candles for myself, which I invite you all to start doing your own candle magic. Seriously, start doing your own candle magic, especially to protect the culture. Seriously. I don't like feelings of despair. I like feelings of empowerment. You get a red candle and you start lighting candles for the culture. You will see change. But it's going to have to be very, very collective. So although I did it for Brittany, because I'm committed to understanding as a woman what that feels like as an enslaved culture, I understand what Brittany's going through, so I fight for Brittany. And you know me, I fight for Megan. But I fight for women, right? I fight for women. I want them to succeed, and women do succeed, right? Who's carrying the most businesses in 2020? Women. We are succeeding. But I also did the event for myself. And I lit 1, 2, 3, 4 candles. 2 for Brittany. 1 already went out. And I lit 4 candles. But I decided to feed my ancestors yesterday. I fed them once before, but I don't make it a practice. And so I fed them at the last event. And then this was a big event for change. And if anybody wants to do candles tonight, go get a Glade candle and do it. The most important part about the change is to write your letters. So if you want change for the culture, for Black folks, write it down. Write your concerns down. Write it to God, Erin. Let God know how painful this is for you. Let God know, I need this to stop, please, God. Rather than have a submissive attitude, right? Write your letters out to God. And ask God, this has to stop today. Because we're not putting up with all of this killing of the Black culture. You've never been able to kill us. And you've tried. Damn it. And no mas. It's never been able to happen. Do you understand that? So the Black culture is much more powerful than one individual that's like, I don't know what to do. You do know what to do. Prayer is palpable. I prefer red, but if you can't find red, white. And it doesn't have to be a big candle. It doesn't have to be a religious candle. Just get a candle. And then write that letter to God. And then take the letter, place it, put the candle on top. Do you understand, guys? So, it takes practice to understand that you're not alone in your feelings. And it takes practice to power up. But we are at a stage in 2020, 2021. You fight back now. If one hurts, we all hurt. Do you understand that? Getting back to the event, yes. Is everyone good? Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Any more questions? But you're going to learn today. You cannot operate in fear anymore. You're going to learn that today. So do you have any more questions? Anybody? I'll wait. Thank you, Emma. Thank you. Thank you. Ooh. Oh. When I get people that understand what I'm saying, it's a relief. Thank you, Emma. So with that being said, there are some practices to get your ancestors to help, and one of them is feeding them. All right. So last night I had some oxtail. I'm gonna tell you something. My family loves me some oxtails. Cornbread. You know how us black folks, we just love ourselves some cornbread. Collard greens. We don't even talk about collard greens. It's a staple. And I was gonna cook them mac and cheese, but I don't like mac and cheese. This is what I ate last night. So instead, I made cauliflower rice with lima beans and okra and carrots and peas, and because I don't eat rice anymore. So this is what the plate looks like. This was their plate last night. I'm gonna touch it because I haven't touched it yet. When you leave food out for your ancestors, they buzz on it, right? Believe me. You just picture this. They land on the food. So most times when you leave food out, it should not be healthy. Not too bad. Yeah. All right. I can tell you right now, they did not eat the cauliflower rice because they some unhealthy ancestors. I will not cook the way you want me to. You must eat the way I cook. Um, and they liked the collard green, but the collard green was actually store bought. So knowing my family, they were like, no. But they did like the oxtail and they did like the cornbread. Throw it out the next day. And you don't have to feed them again. Like just every once in a while, take a plate of food that you're eating, set it aside for your ancestors, and leave it overnight for them. How can you tell what, Slim? Let's complete our sentences. Where does the food go after, and how long do you keep it up? Oh, no, 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 no. Just leave it overnight. In the morning, throw it out. The food, not the plate. Unless you want to put it in a plastic plate. I'm very funny, and I come from a family that would never eat out of plastic plates. So I knew better not to give them a plastic plate. All right. Thank you for speaking on feeding our ancestors. Oh, yes, of course. Of course. And then let me tell you something. I left them some water and I left them a whole thing of wine. Do you want to see it? I left them a whole thing of wine. Candy yams is a staple, but not everybody makes candy yams the same. My mom made mashed potato. She made yams like mashed potatoes. So I didn't grow up with candy yams. Too sweet. But she mashed it up. Well, ham is, is what the old-fashioned people do. I hope you're using turkey with your collard greens because ham kills. And I'm not like Muslim. I'm just saying it's too much for the body, too much ham for the body. So smoked turkey. I love smoked turkey. And ironically, I actually love smoked turkey necks. It just takes a lot to peel off. The meat is softer with smoked turkey necks. Oh, they always come and always leave water out. Water is just so healthy. Sheeta, please do it. Please do it. Especially if Erin, let me go back to Erin, especially if you're having concerns and you're sad and you feel helpless and hopeless. Whatever you eat tonight, leave it out for your ancestors and call on them to help with these feelings that you're having. But more importantly, ask them to help with the situation in Minnesota. Do you want to see my jug of wine? Hold on a second. Ugh. Today's Monday, right? What's the hour they clean here?
Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Tracey Brown, Tracey Brown. Tracey Brown Live. Tracey Brown Live. Tracey Brown. Tracey Brown Live.
This is their water to drink from, right? And this is their wine. I can't drink it. Once I leave it out, I can't drink it. So now the wine and the water I will leave out. You don't have to leave the wine out. And you don't have to put out wine. But water's a really good idea to honor the souls with. Hi, Lisa Marie. All right. Let's get this party started. Are you guys good? Are you guys good? Let's get this party started. Let's see what the 3 cards I pulled for today. Hi, Misha. All right. Aunt Caroline. Aunt Caroline. Let's see what she got. Big Mama. Oh, she got some cornbread. Big Mama got some cornbread. Big Mama already knows. And the Free Man, which is the Fool. So these are very interesting cards. Hi, sweetie. Hi, Misha. Let's try Aunt Caroline. This is Aunt Caroline, guys. Aunt Caroline, which I would think would be Wheel of Fortune, no? Let's see. Yep, Wheel of Fortune. Yep, Aunt Caroline. What's the message Aunt Caroline is bringing to us today? There is a time for everything and a season for every activity under the heavens. Ecclesiastes 3:1. The plant is hickory. Aunt Caroline is standing in the doorway of her home in Newport, surrounded by reporters. Caroline is a real person. Her name is Caroline Dye. Caroline Dye, a.k.a. Aunt Caroline, was born into slavery in South Carolina before being relocated along with her parents to Arkansas. After being freed in 1865, she married and began her work as a quartermaster. Playing cards were her specialty. I love Caroline. Playing cards were her specialty. Aunt Caroline had been aware of her psychic gifts as a child. Interesting. And she quickly earned a reputation as an effective and reliable counselor. You know, guys, Dye is my forgotten last name. I'm not supposed to be Tracey Brown. Dye is my forgotten last name. That's so interesting. Aunt Caroline had been aware of her psychic gifts as a child, and she quickly earned a reputation as an effective and reliable counselor. Her clients were racially diverse, which is me. I get clients all over the world, all over, no color, all over the world. That's my favorite part. A lot in London and a lot in Australia. I just love that. Um, and it was not uncommon to see her entire train cars of people disembarking in Newport to seek out her services. I love you, Aunt Caroline. You are amazing. Aunt Caroline was industrious too. She sold meals to the crowds of people who waited for her. I'm in love with you. She invested in land and property with the money she earned. There's also a legend that she buried a cache of gold somewhere in the area. After her death, many people tried to find the treasure. All right, whatever. Aunt Caroline's skill and amazing rags to riches story are two reasons why she's a legend. With Aunt Caroline appearing in this reading, it is an indication that faith is a factor regarding whatever you are inquiring about. Rack your brain about what you or someone else could have done differently if you like. But the truth is that everything turned out exactly how it was supposed to be. This can be a hard pill to swallow in an age when people want to believe their thoughts or choices dictate their outcome. The existence of a greater plan is not a welcome concept because it implies vulnerability, which is all automatically translated to weakness in the minds of many. We are used to images of people casually walking away in slow motion from explosions or crashing through windows without a scratch. We then too want to be indestructible, inflammable people, but this is not the movies. We know in real life that those characters most likely would have died in that raging inferno, and the window crasher would be blinded or cut to pieces. The audience likes that things didn't occur. They like the implication that the characters escaped or were cooler than what fate had planned for them. Aunt Caroline teaches us that this is a way of thinking is fantasy. No one escapes their fate, and incidents are no accidents. She also teaches us to expect the unexpected. This card also may be trying to tell you to understand why things are happening or why they turn out the way they did. You must consider the big picture. Okay, let's just stop for a minute. I think it's interesting that I pulled Aunt Caroline and we started talking about what's his name? Dwight Wright. Dante Wright. I think it's very important to understand why we're all here right now today. So hear me out for a minute. What what I want you all to understand is that nothing happens by accident. That we have been in a position where we need to rise up now. There's been enough killings. And even as George Floyd is on trial, yet another man in the same town, just blocks away from the courthouse, is now dead. You need to know that all of these deaths are not by accident. They are designed by God. That each death is authorized. Because there's something in a spiritual sense lacking from us that we cannot tolerate anymore. And so every time we get a death, it's important to understand it means it's your time to rise up. There are no accidents. Each death agreed with God that this was going to be an outcome before coming to earth. So it's very important to understand none of these deaths, none of them are an accident. Nipsey Russell wasn't an accident. Ahmaud Arbery was not an accident. Kobe was not an accident. Sandra Bland was not an accident. Breonna Taylor was not an accident. DMX was not an accident. It is designed to wake us up. It is designed to wake us up. We were forgetting ourselves. It is designed to wake you up. Are you understanding that, everyone? It's designed to wake you up. They sacrificed their lives so that you could live. Wake up. You were never being taken care of in the first place. Woke. Thank you. Thank you, Solid Gold. If one hurts, we all hurt. So I just think it's interesting that Aunt Caroline is teaching us to get out of fantasy, that no one can escape their fate, and incidents are no accidents. She teaches us to expect the unexpected. This card today being pulled after the weekend, this card may also be trying to tell you to understand why things are happening or why they turn out the way they did. You must consider the big picture. All of us must consider the big picture. It is time to recognize this needs to stop and speak up at every chance you get, at every supermarket, at every office. Did anybody see Saturday Night Live this weekend? Saturday Night was perfect. You have to speak up. No more conforming. They never cared about us. That's why I speak on CHANGO. They gave us Aphrodite, they gave us Venus, they gave us so many, but didn't teach us about our own deities. Learn your own deities, because they are amazing. And CHANGO fights for all of you. Aunt Caroline, have you thought about turning that unexpected incident into an opportunity? Like, that's what I'm doing today. Like, I'm taking a really bad thing that happened to yet another Black person, and I'm taking it and I'm talking to you guys. Do you see how you can turn something into something better? If you can. When one door closes, another one opens. Was it really an accident? Was it any of this ever really an accident, God?
Unknown caller.
Is your luck about to change if you change your way of thinking? You don't like change? Tough shit. That's literally what it says here. You don't like change, tough shit. It happened over the weekend. It didn't happen to you. It happened to all of us. Excuse me. So upset. I'm reading all of this. We're all just players in one big chess game. Do you really think this is all about you? If one hurts, we all hurt. Get out of your own way. Why were you born? Why are you here? Who are you? Miracles happen every day. Do you respect the cycle of life? Whew. That's heavy. I should have stopped with one card because that is really heavy. All right. Big Mama. Big Mama. That's the World card. Oh, these cards are really talking to you. Cards are trying to talk to you. I don't know if I'm doing a good enough job. You know, I'm doing the best I can. I hope you guys can hear me. Big Mama's the sun. Ooh, isn't she beautiful? Look at that sun behind her. You're welcome, Erin. Thank you. Thank you for processing this with me. Thank you. Big Mama, I am reminded of your sincere faith, a faith that dwelt first in your grandmother, Lois, and your mother, Eunice, and now I am sure dwells in you as well. 2 Timothy 1-5. The plant is sunflower. That's my favorite plant. The image is Big Mama's holding a plate of homemade cornbread. With the sun shining behind her, she wears a skeleton key as a necklace to symbolize her all-encompassing wisdom. Big Mama is a term of endearment for the matriarch of one's family. Nobody better ever call me Big Mama. Don't ever call me Big Mama. But it is a thing that we say in Black families back in the day. I don't know if all the Big Mamas are still living. It's an acknowledgement, Big Mama, of her wisdom, strength, authority, leadership skills, and ability to nurture multiple generations. We know that to be true. Traditionally, all elders of both generations were to be respected for these qualities, but no one is bigger than Big Mama. Mm-hmm. As the caregiver of so many children and the transmitter of family history, spirituality, and lore, she is the family's jewel and the guiding light. Today, Big Mama's role in many families is not as prominent as it used to be before desegregation. As Black Americans increasingly interact with ethnic groups that were more youth-oriented and I can't say the word. Patriarchal. I know the word. Patriarch. The ethical hierarchy and conceptual formation of the community started to shift. Also adding to the alteration of thought was the movement away from church. It was there that the values of the forebears were reinforced, celebrated, and discussed. It was at church where they made mothers. Often it was your Big Mama or someone else's that you knew well or were kin to who also held the prestigious title of Mother of Church. Yes. Like the sun, the matriarch is a warm, centralized force without whom growth would be impossible. All right, this is a long, long story to let you know. Grandma, back in the day, my grandma was. She was Big Mama. Oh my God, I love my grandma. I thought I had a picture of her. I don't have a picture of her up right now. I have her in my book. I need to pull her out now. When you receive Big Mama in a reading, you better believe that no matter how dark it is, the light is coming and everything is going to be all right. Big Mama may also be speaking about being willing and able to share your glory, your light, and your power, your African powers. It's in you with others. This is not the time to lay low. See how these cards talk? This is a time to shine. If you receive Big Mama in the reading, consider the followings. Do you fear being brilliant or successful? What is being highlighted? Is it okay to be the center of attention sometimes? What does enlightenment mean to you? Take a personal day from work. Who are the important players in this situation? Am I exhibiting a positive attitude? Reputations matter. It's time, or will be time, to celebrate. Confidence is the best cosmetics. Oh, tell me about it. What do you need to do to look and feel your best? All right. The last card is the Free Man. All major icons today, which I think is odd, but I think it's apropos for today. The Free Man. Do we go back to slavery? Does anyone think we are still living in the times of slavery? Do you not realize that when they set blacks free, their intention was to kill them? Anybody free was killed or sent back to their masses. Do you realize that is what's happening today? That woman didn't accidentally pull her taser. She purposely pulled her gun. Purposely. And when you pull your taser, you don't announce it. You've never seen a cop announce taser, taser, taser. Ooh, I shot him. Solid gold. I don't care what we have done to them. It will stop today. Do you see the difference in attitude? I don't care anymore. It is just time to challenge. I'm not at the victim place. What did I ever do to you? I'm like, bitch, back up. See the difference? Ooh. The Free Man. Yes, ma'am, I get it. Thank you, Solid Gold. Thank you. The Free Man, the Fool in the tarot cards. Here is the Free Man. And you will know the truth, and the truth will set you free. Get to know your Black history. Get to know that they've been trying to kill us for 400 years. Get to know that there was a period in Virginia of free Blacks before slavery, and we were thriving. Get to know that they have always, always, always been jealous of us. Always. Get to know that they have made you feel inadequate, that they purposely separated the men from the women, that they purposely brought crack in your neighborhoods, that they purposely gave you welfare money. You're worried about one man being killed. One man. When you die every day by the system. You want to stop the one man being killed? You've got to stop being influenced by the system. Get to know your Black history. Get to know how amazingly powerful we are as a culture. Get to know each other again. Stop pulling each other apart. And I'm serious. I'm so serious. When COVID said, stay the hell in your house, COVID meant that. That didn't mean Black folks were supposed to go to the clubs. It meant stay in your house. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? We're not done with COVID. Well, I didn't know that was still happening. But are you telling me it is still happening? That you only get welfare or food support if there's no man in the house? Are you telling me that is still happening? Because that's how they made y'all not get married anymore. Because you accepted welfare or child support way too long. Are you telling me that's still happening, though? I would never accept welfare or child support or food support if it meant I cannot have a man in my house. You need it when you need it. When it's over, give it back. Stop using it. But no one is going to tell me whether or not I can have a man in my house based upon whether or not I get support. Are you kidding me, Sailor? Are you kidding me? I'm so upset knowing that that is something that is still happening today. Fuck out of here. Hi, sugar. So you can't stand here and tell me about one man that got shot over the weekend when you accept the system for the way the system treats you. Terrible. Just terrible. And you will know the truth will set you free. The plant is Jimson weed. I don't know what that is. This book is plants I ain't never heard of. A man is walking away from the tomb of Joshua John Ward of Georgetown County, South Carolina. Ward was the largest American slave holder, dubbed the King of Rice Planters. The man is carrying a mason jar filled with dirt. Who is this young man? Did he know Ward personally? Why did he risk being prosecuted for trespassing or witchcraft? Does he have a purpose at all, or is the man just plain crazy? Freedom. Is it a state of mind, a state of being, or both? If you're on welfare way too long, I'm a big fan of accepting unemployment, welfare, food stamps. I'm a big fan of that. If you stay on it too long and raise your kids on that, don't talk to me about somebody getting shot over the weekend. You're part of the problem. Freedom, is it a state of mind, a state of being, or is it both? The free man doesn't think about it any more than a fish contemplates water. The free man isn't deep because death, by definition, prohibits unrestricted movement from the surface. The free man was probably deep prior to the onset of his journey into the unknown, the unfathomable, the unpredictable, or he wouldn't have had the wisdom to know the concept of safety is an illusion anyway. The free man has seen many people get beaten by life, killed by life, or in fact had no life at all because they were afraid to take risk. Harriet Tubman. He has heard many people say, one day, regarding their dreams, and heard way too few, today's the day. He has conversed with talented acquaintances that felt more comfortable dwelling on abstracts and distractions than investing in their potential. The free man is tired of being so deep, so calculating, so restricted, and so dead. Which is why I'm making the changes that I'm making. No one imprisons me. Not even in 2021. My life matters to me. Now, what you do with it, it's not my problem. What you do with my change, not my problem. But change I will do. I am free, and I operate that way. You can be free. Operate eventually that way. The free man is a card 0 because 0 is not a natural number, since most people normally don't start counting with 0. Likewise, the free man doesn't count in situations that demand subservience or conventional wisdom or the status quo. The free man is on a whole other level because he generally feels that common sense is for common people. He doesn't think he's better than anyone. He has just accepted that new grass doesn't grow on a beaten path. The free man is definitely foolish to most people who encounter him because he appears to be reckless, immature. But such assessments are only relative when gain or loss is the focus. He is more interested in the attainment of wisdom by following his passions and what he knows to be true, wherever they may ultimately lead. The free man has what every great root worker has always had: the courage to follow their calling. Come on, come on, come on, people. Despite the possibilities of consequences, the free man has an unshakable faith that made that courage possible. If you receive the free man in your reading, consider the following. What is the best thing that could happen if things don't go your way? What is the worst thing that could happen if they don't go your way? Can you live without ever knowing? Can you live without ever knowing, what if I coulda, woulda, shoulda? But what is the best thing that could happen if you should have? Have you received an opportunity that you fantasize about, but then were afraid to take it? Where are you headed? Why are you here? Who are you? Are you really that deep? Are you really a free spirit? Are you that deep? Entrepreneurs are that deep. Period. Are you really a free spirit? Could you just imagine not being a part of a 9 to 5? Is that something that COVID taught most of us? That maybe we'd rather be at home and create a business out of our home because we are that deep, because we are a free spirit? Did you already know that inside of you? And are you tired of doing the 9 to 5? Or are you, this is not my words, this is the book. Are you just a jerk or a rebel without a cause? I like rebels without a cause because at least they shake up the dirt. Have you considered the financial or emotional cost of attaining that goal? Can you imagine if you did operate under a free spirit? It doesn't matter whether you like surprises. They're on their way anyways. Are you really as innocent as you profess to be? Yeah. Are you that innocent? Because you're not. None of you are. None of us are. Oh, Tracy, but this happened to me. How do we get there? What's your responsibility in that? Are you really as innocent as you profess to be? Has lingering self-doubt caused this boredom and this dissatisfaction? The new person, the new situation isn't who or what they appeared to be? Maybe you need to loosen up. Let's go crazy. Let's go nuts. Are you living in the present? And follow your bliss. I love this reading today. I don't know if you guys got it. I don't know who this message was for. I got it. This is a beautiful, beautiful reading. Some of you are already operating with your free spirit. Some of you are thinking about your free spirit. Some of you need so much change that maybe today's the day to look at somebody else's death over the weekend. Dwight Wright. Dante Wright. Pronounce his name right. Dante Wright. And accept that as your new change, but accept it for the culture. It's never going to be about you, ever. So when I ask that we collectively do something, it's because nobody else out there is telling you, let's collectively do something spiritual. So many people can rah, rah, rah and protest, and that is their job. That I honor. But what about a spiritual, collective, Chango? What about calling on the deities you know nothing about? Do some research. Allow yourself to be a part of a bigger system before we got here to America. Understand they've been trying to kill us since they captured us. Get back home. Find your way back. I've got a Chango video out there somewhere. I'll post it. I don't know if I'm doing the right things with this.
Now watch the video and listen to the officer's commands.
Oh my God, I can't take this right now. Breathe. Breathe. Yes, I do have a Chango video out. I'll post it in the description. Or you could just look it up, Chango Tracey Brown. Peace and love. Hi. Thank you, Lottie. Thank you so much. Ooh, definitely got it. Ooh, it's time. Yes, it's time. It's time to change your discipline, what they gave you. It's time to change all of that. I tell everyone I got fired from every job. Why? Because I always knew I was free. Maybe I didn't understand it, but I always knew I was free. Do you understand? I didn't always know. I always knew. Oh, are you guys good? I can't do this right now. Can't do their explanation of taser, taser, taser. Oh, I shot him. Get out of here. Just breathe. One last time, guys, for those of you that came late. It is time to pray to our African deities. It is time to get to know them. It is time to understand Haiti won the war because of their core beliefs in the African deities. That is not saying give up God and Jesus. That is saying God and Jesus. Please allow Chango. Do you see the difference? White folks have saints, but you all can't have African deities. Do you see how fucked up that is? Red Rover, I carry myrrh. Red Rover, bring Jesus on over. Red Rover, I call on my brother. Red Rover, bring Shango on over. Red Rover, where is my mother? Red Rover, bring YEMAYA on over. Red Rover, I need a cover. Red Rover, bring OGUN on over. Red Rover, where is my true lover? Red Rover, bring OSHUN on over. Red Rover, to God protect us.
Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Tracey Brown Live. Tracey Brown Live. Tracey Brown.